Good afternoon, music world. John here from What's Spinning, here tonight to chat about this latest Poppy record. It's called Empty Hands. It's been out a few days now. This review was supposed to go up a few days ago, but bear with me, I've got a little one now in the house. There's a lot of good things going on, but I am a few days behind. But business as always, we're going to chat about the new Poppy record. Now, I'm not going to go through her entire discography. A few days ago, I ranked it on this channel. Go check it out if you can. Poppy, former YouTube personality, turned, pop star at first, now sort of this alternative metal icon. And I've had a lot of thoughts on her records. Like I said, go check out my ranked discography. I just dropped it yesterday. I have a lot of different thoughts on her records, but I did really think that her last record, Negative Space, was her best record, far and away. And leading up to this new one, Empty Hands, I was, very excited for it. It sounded like that she just was going further down that rabbit hole of that sound, and that was fine by me. It sounded to me like there was still a lot of meat on the bones of that sound. And for the most part, if you liked Negative Spaces, you will enjoy most of this record. Bruised Sky was a early on single that dropped that just excited me from the word go. This is Poppy at her angriest and most explosive as she just soars over this really gnarly riff. What really seals it for me, though, is this absolutely massive chorus. It's triumphant, it's epic, and the sort of fantasy-based lyrics give this whole track this sense of epic adventure. Like I said, if you enjoyed the sounds of Negative Spaces, she does flesh it out in a lot of ways on this record. Guardian might be the best track on this album. I've been listening to this track since it dropped pretty steadily. It's emotional, it's got a heavy dose of nostalgia. Not only that, but it features an incredibly passionate vocal performance from Poppy. As a matter of fact, a lot of the hooks on this record are pretty good. Poppy has this sort of pop sensibility about her that make these choruses so sticky. And Unravel is another very strong single, even though it's not the heaviest thing going on here. This one, on the other hand, is a little bit more of a grittier, darkened pop. And if you're into that, she absolutely nails it. Her vocals are really great again. And this whole track is just this sort of whimsical, off-kilter journey that really does play to her strengths very well. And we get to deeper cuts like Time Will Tell, which prove that this record has a lot going on for it. The riff that we get here is big, bulky, a little sinister. Throw in some industrial synth and a very evil performance from Poppy. This track goes really hard. Verse stays nasty and grounded, and once again we just have this big boisterous hook. It's a simple formula, but man, does it work. The groundwork is here, folks. There's still a lot of meat on the bones of this sound. But unfortunately, I do have to point this out. This record, compared to Negative Spaces, is so much less consistent. Like Public Domain that opens this album up. I've tried to sit with this track so many times now. On paper, this track should work. The production is great. I love the pounding drums. But Poppy's performance here does not do it for me. Her vocals very much ring to like the same vein as some of her early attempts at metal that were a little bit more awkward. Yeah, those alt metal sounds of Negative Spaces are still here and alive and well, but they're just not hitting completely hard as they did on the last record. This inconsistency unfortunately continues. Constantly Nowhere just like itches at one of my biggest pet peeves, the unnecessary interlude. It's 30 seconds, it doesn't build any atmosphere, it just gets me out of the groove. I could say a lot of the same things about Blink. It just feels directionless and frustrating. And Dying to Forget is a track that I have been trying to forget. This track just destroys me on the inside. Poppy has done such a great job of, carving out her own niche in modern metal, and then I hear this that just sounds like it's ripping off every sound from a decade ago. It's cheesy, it's awkward, and for me, it's the worst track here. And Eat the Hate may not be the worst track here, but it does suffer from a lot of the same issues. It's incredibly straightforward, but not in a satisfying way. It just feels like Poppy is selling herself short a little bit here. Like the aggression is here, but the creativity is not here. The songwriting isn't as strong. Even Empty Hands, this album's closer, just is not the sharpened finale that I hoped that we would get. I mean, it's certainly nasty and heavy, and her performance is feral. And I do appreciate that, but I still feel like this isn't coming as natural to her. It's fine, but as a finale, I expected a lot more. I mean, from an album, I expected a lot more too. Oh, but this is what makes this record so frustrating. There are a lot more good moments, and not only are they good, they're great. Like The Wait, yes, this album has its ups and downs, but then I hear a track like this, and let me tell you, it gives me the chills. This one leads to a much more dark wave-inspired atmosphere. It pulls back that aggression for some just mood and tension and atmosphere building, and it's done really well. The atmosphere is gorgeous, the beat is subtle yet really commanding, and Poppy's performance is one of her most epic here. Take this sound, I would love to hear a whole record in this style. If We're Following the Light is also really, really good. This is the sort of immersive deep cut that I was hoping that we would get from her. It's patient, it's slow burning, it's deeply atmospheric. And when the chorus finally hits here, it just explodes. It sounds so good. And Ribs late in the record is just pure triumph. It's urgent, it's angsty, it's got your fist in the air chorus. The synth work here scratches a itch that I didn't even know I had as well. It's just Poppy sounding at her most confident. I'm glad that we reached that point. But man, it took a lot to get there. You know, leading up to this record, I was really excited for it. There's a lot of meat on the bones of this sound still. I'm just upset with how consistent with how inconsistent this record really is. Yeah, there's a lot of great ideas here. Dare I say the ideas that are good are great, sometimes even better than the ones on Negative Spaces. But most of this record is a lot cheesier and a lot less consistent and just doesn't feel like it's coming as natural to Poppy. Unfortunately, I'm feeling a decent 6 on this record, and if I had to rank it in her discography, I'd probably put it at the 4 or 5 spot. But let me know what you all think of this album down below. If you liked the video, be sure to give us a like, give us a subscribe. If you're feeling froggy, hit those notifications and let me know down below what you would like for me to chat about in the future. And until next time, have a great day, friends.